This is a game from the Moscow Open of 2008. White is Inarkiev Ernesto and black is Murtas Kaziglev. And as we can see, we have a pawn that is on c7 and we want to promote it to c8. And black's knight and rook are currently defending. So the first move would be queen takes e7 check. Black has two options here. Let's start with rook takes c7. Rook takes c7. There is just c8 queen, which is obviously bad for black, because after this will happen, and white is winning. So king takes c7, rook d7 check, king f8, and now we want to play rook f7, right? But rook f7, but black's queen on h5 is protecting that square. So we want to deflect the queen on h5 with the rook h1. And now, since after queen g6 or queen g5, this will lead to mate after this, black has to take, and then we go rook f7 check, king g8, rook e7 check, king f8, takes, promote with queen. Now we have a double attack on the rook, and takes, and after queen h3 or queen g2, king f4, and white escapes with a piece up. But what if we play rook f7 without rook h1 check? Well, if black plays queen takes f7, this will happen, rook d7 check. And the point is, we're going to play rook d8 next and promote. But if we played rook d8 here beforehand, rook c5 would win the pawn, because after we promote, the rook is still intact. So we have to play rook d7 check first to force the king to either g8, f8, or g6. And now we play rook d8. And this is still a winning endgame, but it will be much harder for white than it was in the correct solution with rook h1. Hope you enjoyed.